Hello, welcome to the weekly Wednesday reading. Today is Wednesday, August 13th, and I'm clearing now as you enter into this video any of the energies and the emotions that are not of the highest and greatest good, that the messages come through are in alignment with the greatest good for each individual and the collective. And remember that time is irrelevant. So whenever you come across this reading, there will be something here for you, and always use your discernment. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And we are going to get right into the messages. Now, there's such a shift in the energy right now. Now that Mercury has gone direct, I don't know about you, but for me, it felt like I was moving through molasses or goo or taffy. It was like very pull back energy, like really and the interesting thing too is because Mercury, right, it's like a mental energy, and there's the aspect where my mind wanted to do things, yet my whole energy was not behind it. It was like, no, slow down, no, pull back, no, pause, don't make decisions yet. And the interesting thing too is that there were all these in the mental body, there were all these options that were showing up as, this could happen, that could happen, this could happen. So it's like I was seeing many different timelines in front of me. And then the moment that we went into direct, right, which was on the 11th of August, this past Monday, there was a shift, and it was like it's like the sea parted and I could see clearly. And the answers aren't fully there yet. What I'm getting for most of us is the answers are not fully there, but the next step is being revealed. And so all that we really need to think about or take action on is that next step. So we are in a time now where things are more unknown than they ever have been. They will continue to be this way because this is the nature of how we are creating new earth, which is true earth. It is beyond the illusion. It is beyond what has been basically programmed into the world. And the veil is lifting, and we are starting to see more clearly. We are starting to really experience life in reality as it truly is when we are fully connected in. And being fully connected in, again, it's like that invitation over and over again to come into presence, to come into the here and now, because in that state of presence, we are a receptacle for information. And I think the most difficult thing that happened during this Mercury retrograde, that for myself and others included, it's like there was the knowingness. There was knowingness that, yes, I understand in divine timing. Yes, I've experienced this before. Yes, I know the answers will come. Yes, I know action will be taken. Yes, I know I'm taken care of. But the embodiment and the thought processes were not coherent, right? So it's like the knowledge is there from a past experience, yet there was this upheaval of the old programming of fear, of doubt, of feeling like, the pressure of having to figure it all out, having to know the answers, having to see the whole, the whole picture and know exactly what the next steps are. And then the big message that came through was really about knowing just that next step. And sometimes more will be revealed all at once. And it's like, then there's a multitasking aspect that happens, when that starts happening and things start flowing, and then synchronicities happen and more signs and then opportunities, and then everything starts flowing and opening. And it's like, then we start to have a bigger picture of what's happening. But when we're in the state of unknowingness, and when we have ideas, when we have thoughts, when we have a vision for what we're here to do, leading and sharing our gifts and being in our full authenticity, and it's like we see a vision that's not really fully manifested yet, it really is important to know that that next step is the only important step. That is the only important step, because if we get too far ahead of ourselves in our mind or thinking that it has to be a different way, we contract around it and we're starting to take over. And then we miss out on some of those signs that come in, some of the messages that come in because we're a little bit too cluttered in the brain. And then, all the pressure, all the thoughts start to take up real estate in our mind, which then cause us to miss out, which again, Spirit is saying no one ever misses out. We're exactly where we need to be. Yet the invitation is to keep coming back to present moment awareness so that when the mind gets to chatter a bit too much and we catch ourselves, find the space of peace within. Find the space of stillness as we slow down so that we can receive. The message will come. It's just up to us to get out of our own way. And then when that message comes, we will know what step to take. So I'm going to ask some questions here from the cards to support this message of the direction forward. What is it that we are meant to focus on next? And just opening your energy field to receiving a message that's fully in alignment with where you're at and where you're going. So the first message that comes through is Cosmic Heart Source. I, source of all, true home, just be, heart connection. So this is exactly what I was just saying in the message. So, the flower of life is there. It's like weaving in all possibilities, all potentials, and we can only come into that space of our infinite creative potential when we connect to I within and the source, right? I as source, I as divinity, I am, the I am presence, right? Initiation, ascension, mastery. It is really being masterful by coming into the awareness that we are divine co-creators. And when we're separate and when we start fragmenting ourselves and when we scatter our mind and we start thinking that we need to figure it all out, we disconnect. And so the invitation, our next step is exactly that, opening up into our cosmic heart, knowing that we are a cosmic infinite being, that also because of this, it's like when we open our heart center, we are starting to allow our guides to come in. We are allowing the messages to come through, and it's the invitation to know that if you have connections into your star lineage, into your galactic family, they are here for you. And you can ask them questions. You can speak with your guides. You can start to create a conversation, ask for answers in your meditation, in your stillness. Be intentional. So with this coming into the heart space, it's really about being intentional, creating sacredness in what you're doing, and to move in a space of awareness and consciousness. So we're going to come into a few more cards that come through. All right, so the next card's coming through, Divine Cosmic Mother Womb. Divine Cosmic Mother Womb. This image is so beautiful. So we are in this space. And I said this in my last video last week. It's like some of us are feeling like we're in the cocoon and we're half out and half in. And what I'm getting is we're more out than we are in. And this invitation of this retrograde was really to go inward a little bit more. And now it's not so much about slowing the process down and going inward as it is to come into alignment. So going inward in your cocoon space where you're not fully out into that next phase of your expansion and just really aligning yourself with your vision, right? So Divine Mother Cosmic Womb, you are being held by the Divine Mother, right? The mother is the source that souls are birthed into reality. So whatever it is that you're birthing, that you are ready to, I'm getting your rebirthing. You are rebirthing. There's a death happening. An old version of yourself is now it's dissolving away. It's shedding a little bit at a time or a lot at a time. A lot of us are experiencing a lot at a time. Like it's a quick And then there's more, and then there's more, and then there's more. So you're in this cycle of death, transformation, rebirth, and you are rebirthing yourself at this time. And you are also birthing something into existence that is unique to you and your soul gifts. So trusting that you are held by the cosmic womb of all creation, and all that's required is for you to come home to your heart, to know that you are part of all that is, and you are infinite. It is really coming into this heart space, because through our heart we expand into the knowingness of who we truly are and our full potential, and we start to own our radiance and our connection. And not own, like that word is very it's not ownership, it's like embodied. We embody it, right? So knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are part of the divine plan, and that you have a specific thing, a specific essence, a specific, it could be a project, it could be a course, it could be a class, it could be a volunteering, some kind of volunteering mission. So there's something that is there that you are stepping into. And it's like, take a little bit more time to rest in the cosmic womb, right? As I was saying about being in and out, and it take a little bit more time to rest without moving too quickly. It's coming, it's coming. I hear it's coming. It's so close. And I feel like this is the year. This is the year, this 9 that we're in right now. We're in a year of completion. So this old version of you is going to release once and for all. And all that's required is for you to keep coming back into your heart space, out of your mind, and to keep allowing yourself this sacred rest time to come into the cosmic womb, so that you can regenerate yourself and be really fully prepared to spread your wings and fly into that next version of who you are. And the 2 cards that were supporting that are awakening, know who you are, DNA activation. So we are being continuously activated right now. We are being infused with light, and this is why the rest is so important. The rest is so important so that we can integrate, calibrate, and open into that expandedness, right? And to really anchor the new codes that are coming in. So you may be assisting your awakening with taking a course, sound healing, going in nature and just receiving the codes in your own space, in your own silence. Some of us are going to be more outward with it in a way where we're investing in ourselves through taking different, whether it's mentorship courses, spiritual work that we're doing. And also part of this awakening is really integrating the shadow. It's coming into, what I'm hearing, it's coming into the loving of our shadow, loving of our experiences, knowing that our story is our offering. Our story is our offering to the world. So when we heal, when we take that time to rest and to totally come back to the awareness and the embodiment of knowing who we are as a true creator, cosmic being, then we become the living example for others who have yet to embody this, right? And so the other aspect that came in was breathing yourself into life, into openness, into receiving, because the more that we breathe in a relaxed and expansive way, the more we become available for more. It's like the breath does 2 things. It clears out the debris, it clears out the old, it clears out the stagnancy of the energies. And that creates this open space for new energy, new light codes, new frequencies to land in our physical being. So it says, feel your body, feel your sensations, purity, right? You're clearing that debris. It's going to give you clarity. The more that we are in our breath, the more clarity we receive. And then from that, we come into our full expression. So just knowing too, in this month of the 8, right, in August, we are supported by the pranic body. The pranic body is our life force energy carried by the breath. The breath, the more we focus on the breath now. So you may want to do a rebirthing session. You may want to do some gentle breath work, alternate nostril breathing, deep, long breathing, yoga classes, right? You may want to do some of this intentionally and fit it into your day, even if it's a couple minutes a day of just coming and sitting still, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and breathe. And just gently draw the breath down into the belly, relax the body so deeply so that you become more aware, more present, and more vital, because that is going to help your energy regenerate by focusing on the breath. I'm getting also to share this practice of pranic breathing. So for some who have, the breath techniques down, who have been, advanced practitioners of doing breath work, there is a form of pranic breathing where we focus on the pranic tube, which is the central channel of the body, and really focusing on the breath from the heart space, expanding to the cosmos and into the earth, and then coming back in from the cosmos and from the earth, and pulling in that terrestrial energy and that extraterrestrial energy from above and below, right? The cosmic and the earth, the nurturance and the protection. It's like the microcosm and the macrocosm, and it's like really coming into physicality and spirit merging together in the heart, right? So you can take that focus when you really get deep into your meditation to work with the central channel and recognize how the breath moves through this space and moves through these energy centers and starts to actually unlock DNA codes for our ascension. So if we can just take that moment, center in our heart, and then from there, inhale into the earth, and you can even hold that and exhale into the earth, and then inhale, drawing the breath in from the earth, from above and below into the heart, and exhaling here, and then inhaling, sending the energy up and down from the heart through the central channel. You can hold on the exhale, really anchoring the energy above and below as you exhale, and then inhale, drawing it back in through the central channel into the heart. And as you exhale, expanding into the heart. So each time you draw the energy from above and below and you exhale from the heart space, imagine all of that energy from above and below expanding into every cell and every fiber of your being. And it's going to start creating a radiance into your magnetic field. It's going to start opening you up into new potentials and new ways of being within your own body, because the light codes will start to anchor and the frequency will shift. So we're going to get some more cards to support this. So what can we expect? What can we expect as we move through these positions of stillness, of breath, of moving still into this cosmic womb, knowing that just on the other side there is a shift happening? So cards falling right out of the deck. There are so many of them. So we're going to get into all of them and see what's coming through. So healing is coming through. Gentleness of love, realignment, and transformation. So like I said, we're in that transformation. There's massive healing happening. There is so much shift happening as you're moving through this death of the old self and into the new rebirth of who you are. And with this creation, there's new creation coming forward. Some of us are birthing things into existence, like I said. So it's like whatever is coming through for you, whatever your vision is for yourself, and what you know internally, you have this innate knowing, this body wisdom, this soul wisdom, this heart wisdom, that there is something that you are bringing through. And because we're being asked to just come in and do a little more of that healing work, a little more of integrating the shadow, a little more of owning our story and loving all parts of it, and really nurturing our energy so that we can fully regenerate, breathing and really connecting in, knowing that we are part of the microcosm and the macrocosm, the earth and the stars, fully embracing all of that into our healing. So then we can birth what is next. So as you're going inward just a little bit more before this shift is happening, writing will support you. I'm getting writing, automatic writing, intentional writing, where you're actually writing ideas down, making lists, and these lists are not, I'm getting these lists are not necessarily like, I got to check off everything off this list, today's to-do list, and check, 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 check. It's a general list. It's a list of like things that you can put onto paper so that they're out of your head, out of your consciousness. So the things that are happening where you might be like somewhere thinking about something and like, oh, I really need to call that person. I said I was going to call them back, and then, or I said I was going to connect with them, and you just write it down on your list. And it doesn't mean you have to do it today. There might be like something that you're creating online and you need to go create an image for it. Okay, I'm writing that on that list. And it's like not putting yourself in any way stressful or forced or pressured to do anything. Right now, it's like the healing is taking place. The healing is taking place. So taking it at a pace that can still allow the healing to occur so the creation can come through in its fullness. And what I'm getting is, you see how this energy is coming through this face, right? This is the divine light, the guidance, the intuition, it's like you are channeling this new birth, what you're giving birth to, you're channeling it. So the space is necessary, the healing is necessary, the rest is necessary, so it will come through in its purest form. And it says unique expression, flow of creation, joyfulness. So there's that reminder again. Let's have some fun, right? Make sure that joy is part of your daily life. Okay, star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self, unified field, right? We're connected into the unified field. You have star lineage, and I'm getting what's coming through: the Sirians, the Pleiadians, the Lyrans, the Arcturians. They're coming through so strongly. So you may work with Merlin, the dragons. You may work with ascended masters, right? But your star beings, the star lineage that you are connected to, they are here. And I said that at the beginning of the reading already. They are here. So you can open the communication. You can open to ask them for guidance. It says guidance from the stars. Ask them. Just sit and ask them without expectation of receiving an answer immediately, without expectation of what the answer is going to be, and without the expectation of how the answer will come. Okay? So letting all of that go, simply coming into a place of stillness, a place of presence, connecting in, seeing, hearing, feeling, sensing that connection, and then asking the question, right? And you can journal the question too, knowing that you are part of that star lineage. It is your galactic self connecting in with your family, right? Okay, and so here's that purity card again. It's all about the purification right now. And horse energy, like I'm like, Anna, it's horse and it's a unicorn. Okay, so we're getting that the horse, right, it's like I'm seeing both here. So the horse is its magnetic field, its heart energy is, I believe it's 5,000 times as big as a human's heart magnetic field, right? Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is it. And I've done horse healing work. I'm so blessed to work with horses. It is something, if you have an opportunity to go to a horse ranch, to be with horses, to do horse healing energy, this can be so supportive right now, because being in their energy and in their presence alone, you don't even have to touch them. It shifts and it moves things in our being. It completely can transform what we're going through. It can also heal in such a gentle way. right? And it's about trust. It's about trust and knowing that you're being purified. You're being purified right now. Again, the invitation to come into the heart, right? The cosmic heart at the beginning of this deck card that we went through. This deck card, you know what I mean. This reading. So yes, coming into the cosmic heart, the horse is verifying, it's confirming and affirming that it's like the heart space, the heart space, the heart space. And the heart is going to purify everything. And it's going to help you come into your more multidimensional self, right? Your star connection, the unicorn energy, the magic, the miracles, it's all coming through for you now. You are pure. Open your spiritual eyes, right? So some of us see, some of us sense, some of us feel, some of us hear, some of us know. And this is all part of opening to that true reality, right? The true reality beyond the illusion and really co-creating this new earth. Okay, the Lemurian shaman is coming in. Atlantis and Lemurian energy, right? So shadow dissolving in gaze of truth. Ah, so good, so good. Going beyond fear and initiation. So your life is your initiation. Your life lessons, your soul growth, your evolution, your transformation, every single death of the old self of it, and every rebirth into a new consciousness, an expanded consciousness that is returning you to who you truly are, is your initiation. It is your initiation. And the Lemurians, that advanced civilization, it's that energy of our consciousness is our technology, right? The more we can fine tune and refine our gifts and abilities by being fully embodied, the more online our gifts and abilities are, as I just saw the beings behind, the more they're coming online, the more they are coming online. So shadow dissolving in the gaze or in the light of truth, right? So shadow is dissolving. So you're shedding the old parts of yourself, being reborn, and also remember that integrating the shadow and loving the shadow, loving all the parts of ourselves, all the experiences we've ever had, no matter how traumatic they have been, which may take some work, right? And I trust that if you're here on this video right now, you have done a lot of the work. You have done a lot of the work, and it's like you're ready to be in service. You're ready to share your gifts. You're ready to be in sacred service. So this is your initiation. It's time to move beyond the fear and just, it's like you're almost there. You're almost there. And again, this card is coming, opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing, massive healing happening right now. Looking into the eyes of the beloved. And this is also about the integration of the masculine and the feminine within. It's like when we come in and we accept the feminine and the masculine aspects that have been disempowered, and we work at loving and nurturing the self, we start to empower those parts of ourself. And when we start to come into integration and harmonization of those parts, receiving and giving, receiving and giving, receiving and giving, rest and action, rest and action, rest and action, right? Soul alignment, inspired action, soul alignment, inspired action, heart opening, heart. It's like all these messages are coming through. It's all about opening the heart. You can even do practices right now. And this is also, Mars is in Libra right now. Okay, so a lot is shifting with our relationships. So relationships are going to fall away. There may be some upheavals I'm getting as well for some of us. And it's really seeing through the eyes of love. So some relationships we're going to be letting go of. It's necessary for our evolution, for that next initiation. So some of that will be happening, and then there is new soul family coming in. It's creating space, right? It's creating space for new soul family to come in. And it's really about allowing yourself it is to be loved and to love, but also to be seen, to see and be seen, see through the eyes of love, recognizing that no matter how, and this is a very tough one for the human mind with all the chaos, all the war, all the drama, all the chaos, all the killings, all the horrible things that are happening, the starvation, all the horrible things that are happening in the world. It is so difficult for the human mind to wrap around the idea of that there is divinity in all. And some are not aware of that and may never be aware of that in this lifetime. And that is part of the process. Earth is one of it is the most difficult planet to be on. And we have chosen to be here to be the living example of our true nature, right? So it really is, it's not that we have to accept any of that shit that's going on. Not at all. Not at all. However, if we can come into a space where we are in right being within the self and really work on ourself in the aspect of the divine, of recognizing that we are part of that, and every single person that we meet in our reality in front of us, seeing that they too are a soul that is playing out a story that is their own. That's their own process. That's their own thing that they're going through. And yes, some people will show up in our life and it's going to be a reflection and a trigger for us to go a little deeper and to work on ourselves and to clear some things up. But also, there are going to be some aspects where when we step up into this embodiment of divinity and really holding our frequency of the highest and greatest good for all, the healing that we do for ourselves will start to also heal the planet. One by one. One by one, we light our inner flame, and that starts to light the flames of everyone else. It's the great awakening as we move through this ascension process. Okay, and what's required is forgiveness. Forgiveness is required. So it's so in alignment. Opening your heart, right? Opening your heart and forgiving. So we must also first forgive the self, right? For whatever we're holding guilt, shame, blame on the self, wherever we're holding any victim consciousness, wherever we're denying ourselves, self-sabotaging. Maybe it's like, I really want to go on a diet, or I really want to get to the gym, or I really want to start a meditation program, or, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. And it's like, stop that. Forgive it. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are enough. You are enough. You are doing enough and you are enough. And if there is something that you are not answering, like an inner calling, and you're aware of it, this is just a deeper layer showing you that you can do it, that you can make a different choice. And this card coming through is saying just that. It's time to forgive it, because what is required for forgiveness is acceptance, right? So if you're blaming, if you're shaming, if you're, putting yourself down in any which way, there's no room for forgiveness. So doing that inner work for healing, doing that deep inner work for healing, as you open your heart, as you breathe, right? As we focus on the breathing, wherever that card is, as you focus on the breathing, you are going to see this woman is free. She is just expanded and open and liberated, and you are going to free up so much energy. You're going to free up so much of those emotions so that you can forgive. You can forgive yourself. And as you forgive yourself, you're going to be more accepting and more honoring of where you are at. And that deep healing is going to help you to also be forgiving for others by seeing through the lens of love. Okay, and this is the last card. This is it. This fell out, and this was the last card. Vision of unity. Vision of unity. This is where we're going. I know it may be difficult to see this. Some of us are holding that vision. Some of us, I know this. Some of us are holding this vision and we are already in the front lines of helping others to embody, to see, sharing the messages of this embodiment of this new reality that is here. It is literally here. The veils are thinning. It is here now. It is a choice away. So, yes, we are still healing. Yes, there's going to be some of the old parts of us pulling us back into the shadow, right? I don't know where that card went. It's okay. But some of us are still going into that aspect, and we are all are. We all are. Let's just be clear. We all are going through that process still. And we just keep coming back to this vision of unity, right? So those of us who are focused on the outside world, what's going wrong, and just your energy is going down with it, it's time to harness and pull it back in. It's time to focus on this vision. It's time to see that we are here for a reason right now at this time on earth. This is a divine co-creation, and you are on mission to be part of this transformation on planet Earth. And it is happening now. And I didn't even read what the subtitle of this card says. Focus on the light. Right to see. Releasing illusion. And pineal activation. Okay, so this is going to be good. Going into meditation, going into opening our crown and our third eye so that we can fully be open to the channel, be open to our divine guidance, be open to the commune with our higher self, with our star connection, with our guides, with God, universe, source. It's time. And the unity, it starts within, it starts with the heart. It starts with opening our heart. We've got this, sisters and brothers. I'm with you. Anyways, thank you for being here. Oh my God, what a reading. I felt so much energy as that was coming through. So thank you so much for being here on my channel. I don't even think I mentioned my name at the beginning, but my name is Carolyn Marie Yakupich. If you're new to my YouTube channel, thank you for being here. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I would love to hear from you in the comments if you have anything that resonates, anything that you're working through, anything you want to share. I'd love to hear from you. I just love that the community here is starting to build, and I just want to keep building, keep growing, and keep reaching out to all of you beautiful light beings. And I can't wait to see you on the next reading.